everyone. Welcome back to the Male Mentality Podcast. My name is Patrick, and I'm here with my friend Tawhid. Tawhid, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, Patrick. How are you doing today?
Great, thank you. Thank you. So today we're going to be discussing World War III. This is a continuity of the first episode. The first episode is not out yet, but I think the time when I finish filming, the video will be out. Again, we're talking about World War III, so we're talking about China versus Taiwan, Russia versus Ukraine, etc., etc. But I think I'm going to give the floor today to Tawhid. And Tawhid, what do you know about World War III so far? Or do you think it will come? Do you think it's coming? Or
So about World War III, at first it happened with Russia and Ukraine. I think that Vladimir Putin is trying to get the Soviet Union back because he was a agent at the Soviet Union back in the time. And about Russia and Taiwan, I mean China and Taiwan, I don't know anything about it. But in TikTok on the news, I hear about like China uh, fired some rockets in Taiwan, but and not NATO also got their troops in East Europe if they want to, if World War III happens and they attack the NATO countries, they are ready for the fight, but NATO doesn't want to start the World War III because if the World War III starts, also the nuke war starts. Like every country, the biggest countries, I mean, like the powerful countries, they have nuclear power. Like they could launch a nuclear uh, rocket, and the other country will also launch a rocket, and with that, the world will be destroyed.
agreed. Yes. These a lot of people have a bunch of nuclear power, especially
North
India,
Korea,
China,
Russia.
U.S., North Korea. Yeah, exactly. Now if Russia also has a lot of nuclear power, and Russia hasn't launched nuclear yet. But if he does launch a nuclear bomb in Ukraine or maybe somewhere else, I think it's too late now because he literally went through three-quarters of Ukraine, so nearly almost wiped the entire country. So if he were to launch one, it would probably hit a lot of people. Like for example, because Ukraine I think is close to like Kazakhstan. No, I think Russia, Kazakhstan around there, Kazakhstan, China.
Yeah,
If he hits a nuclear bomb, it could
yeah,
spread a
and
lot, and it could hit Kazakhstan. It could also hit a bit
Pakistan.
of China, and yeah. And if he does manage to, you know, hit China and Kazakhstan, then they would start a war between Russia because of what he did, because he caused collateral damage. Now, if he was going to bomb a bigger country, like for example, let's say the U.S., maybe the nuclear bomb could go, but the U.S. is one of the strongest governments in the world, so
Yeah,
frankly, we would fight Putin and fight him back if he were to damage our country. But
country.
being said, Putin, or if he were to China and Putin, China wants to convince Putin to stop uh, invading Ukraine, but it is not working. Uh, if Putin does go any further than that, China will break allies with Putin, and they will find new allies. Now, eventually, if Putin does keep on going the realm for power, if Putin does keep going, he will eventually be by himself because now Putin is considered as a war criminal because he has been just destroying a lot of countries. Eventually, I think I'm not sure. I have a theory that he might attack the U.S. for more power, obviously, because he's a powerful man, and obviously Russians want power. So that's just
Yes.
my theory that he wants to bomb the U.S. and I feel like he does have a good opportunity to seize the U.S. because of our president. Now, what I think about our president is that I don't like him. I just strongly dislike Biden. I don't think he's a good president at all. And
I
with
also
Biden,
don't.
yeah, with Biden, he has a very open spot. So it's like a very clear spot. Like there's like an open area somewhere, and Putin can easily damage the U.S. if he wanted to. But no, he chose to Ukraine, which I'm glad that he did not bomb the U.S. because, again, Biden is just not a good president. He doesn't run the country very well. So. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. About your theory that you said about China, like Russia. I mean, when you said China will break allies with Russia, I think he won. China won because they are also trying to find opportunity to invade Taiwan, and they're really close friends, so they won't break allies with Russia because they're friends, and China also want opportunity to invade uh, Taiwan.
I guess I think so. They're friends because they're both communist governments. So like I think
But
communist, yeah, something like
but
that.
yeah,
But yeah,
they won't break allies because China is also looking for an opportunity in a high rank military government so he can be allies with.
yeah, exactly. So again, Ukraine wants to join NATO. That happened, and that's the reason
Yeah.
why Russia bombed Ukraine. China again invaded Taiwan, and again they're allies together. If if Trump was president, he again, I said this in the
Russia,
previous episode. He's friends with Putin, so he would likely stop him from invading Ukraine. So
Donald Trump said, "I'm the only U.S. president that Russia didn't invade any countries when I was a president." And Donald Trump, I think, was a good president than Biden because he also had troops in Afghanistan, and Biden took the troops out of Afghanistan. That's why one and second at every in the past 20 years. Under every U.S. president's control, the Russia invaded one country, but under Donald Trump, he didn't do anything because Donald Trump had like a good thing for a president, and he made sure to war wouldn't happen.
agreed, exactly. Now
Yeah,
Trump ran the government very, very well. The economy was booming. It was amazing. But now Biden is just the thing is, the only support that Biden gives to the people is nothing. Just like out of his like
yeah.
like verbal support. He goes to Ukraine, sees the children, and then he doesn't do anything. Like
I mean,
yeah, he flies there, but
yeah, but when you said that Ukraine wants to join NATO, NATO doesn't want him because he's under attack. If NATO accepts Ukraine, the World War will happen because they will send troops to their allies of country. Like if any war happens in the east of Europe, NATO has their troops in there. If that happens, World War III will start.
exactly. Because again, if Ukraine wants to join NATO and they say yes, then there will be a World War III, literally.
Not also about Ukraine and Russia, also about Iran and Israel because Iran is a very strict Muslim country and they do
Yes.
not like Israel attacking Palestine. Then they are attacking Gaza also, so it might happen from that Iran and uh, Israel.
Exactly. Agreed. Um,
Yeah.
so again, we have a bunch of conflicts there. Again, so since this is the male mentality podcast, what we can relate to this is if you want power, you're going to have to dominate people in a certain way, not fully by force, but you're gonna have to convince people. For example, Trump defended his country. Trump defended the people. He managed to gain power because he did that. But Vladimir Putin also gained power by taking over Ukraine. But what we males think is we should not gain power by force. That is a bad person. We should always gain power by verbally, also by bringing people together, and also by convincing people in a good way. Now, Trump ran the economy very, very well. He also managed to protect the Afghans, correct? He brought soldiers to Afghanistan
Yeah, right, right.
and stop the Taliban, and he also managed to do a bunch of other things.
Yeah, he didn't let war happen in Israel and Palestine. Trump supported the Muslims, but he was like a good president. He was 50 for the Muslims, 50 for the other religions, 50%. You know what I mean? And Biden isn't like that. He's like 100% in his religion. Even if the Christians or the and the Jews are like they they are a criminal, Biden will say no, they're not a criminal.
Yeah, that's the thing. So it depends on like who's the president and the political party. But as I'm saying, overall,
Donald is a good president.
yeah, yeah. Overall, Trump is a good president, and
He
he just
actually he
he,
also helped Afghanistan, and like you said, the economy of America was good. Right now, I don't know very much about the economy of America. I think it's like $22 trillion.
pretty much it's a lot of money, but you know, like with diplomacy and all that kind of stuff, you know, it's just a lot of you know, people in the U.S. The GDP is insanely high. But again, sorry for me rambling around, but again, speaking because this is about the male mentality. As I'm saying, is that if you want to be the best male you can possibly can, you're gonna have to do these things. Number one, convince and control people in a good way. No manipulation. I'm just saying what you're gonna have to do is make allies and make friends with people. For example, Trump and Putin. They were friends. He convinced Putin to not invade any other country. He also made allies with Afghanistan. He also managed to stop the enemies. The second thing you're gonna have to do is be able to like yeah help others around you again, you know, you have to control people, help others around you, make friends, make allies, and also you're gonna have to be able to control yourself. You're gonna have to make sure to think critically in order to become the best version of yourself, just like Trump. Now again, the bad side about Trump is that he's a very very racist guy, which that's the bad side. You should never be racist to anybody or anything ever. You should always be a good guy. You should always just bring people together, not be racist. That's the only thing that Trump did that was bad. He was racist. But other than that, he was a very, very great president and he knew
He,
how to run the government pretty well. So,
he had very good things. Only one or two bad things. Biden doesn't have pretty much good things. He has more bad things. You know what I mean? Bad
exactly.
attitude.
Exactly. So, and
If
yeah, the
I'm a
US right now
Muslim,
is, yeah, keep going.
sorry to interrupt you. I'm a Muslim. If a Muslim country attacks a Christian country and a Christian country doesn't have anything to do with that, I will support the Christians because the criminal or the other country. And if the Christians attack the Muslims, I will support the Muslims because the Christians have are the criminals in that war. You should be on the right side, not on the bad side.
Exactly. Agreed. So, anyway, I think we're going to end it for this episode. Tawheed, do you have any last words? Do you have anything else you want to say?
Yeah, bro. Make sure to subscribe this channel, like it, like this video, and also join the Discord to be a good male. Like, you don't want to be a lame simp or a lame nerd. You want to be like cool. You know what I mean?
Exactly what he said. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. This is World War III Part 2. Next episode, we're going to be talking about some famous and influential people, again, such as Genghis Khan, the dictators again, some more examples of that. Stay tuned and make sure to subscribe, and you will know about our future episodes if you like the content. Again, you can always unsubscribe if you do not want to be a Sigma or an Alpha male. Yeah, that's just what I think. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. Thank you.